Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to my one and only Stranger Things review, comments, afterthoughts. I just finished watching it just a little while ago, and despite its ups and downs and its lackluster last season, or at least a couple of, you know, pitfalls, and maybe even season four wasn't, what everybody hoped it would be. I gotta say that it got me right here at the end. I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad it was made. I'm glad we all got to participate. I hope you guys go and watch it. Those of you who haven't, especially you Dungeons and Dragons fans, because I think I can say that it was the greatest Dungeons and Dragons movie ever, or TV show, I guess, because it's way longer than a movie. But the end and all the love and care and attention to most of the details, I think is really going to be a boon for Dungeons and Dragons on the whole. Especially the last 20 or 30 minutes, I don't think you could have written a greater love letter to Dungeons and Dragons of the before times, back in the 80s, and really the height of it. But who knows, we could maybe see a resurgence because of this. I know we did see a bit of that when Stranger Things season 1 first came out. Hold on a second, this guy needs to go outside, do something. I don't know. You know how dogs are. But yeah, I was a little surprised. I was a little choked up a couple of times. Not gonna lie, but I'm a big softie when it comes to stuff like that. There was one thing I hoped for that we didn't really get to see, but I'm not going to spoil any of it for you. I know a lot of my friends, kind of dropped off around season 3 because of the delays and things like that. But I urge you, go back and maybe even watch it all the way over from the beginning. It's worth it. It's probably one of the best things I've seen on TV, in a good long time. And it almost makes me want to go out and buy the book or the game or whatever they put out. I don't know. At the end, they show some what appear to be, player's handbook, dungeon master's guide kind of pages with all the characters and stats and things like that. And I do hope it comes out on DVD. I will grab it if it does, just so I could watch it again later, because I know it's gonna, 4 or 5 years from now, it'll probably drop off Netflix, and I want to drop my subscription to Netflix because I hate them for, obvious reasons. But all in all, it was definitely worth it. Definitely one of the biggest things that's hit or has shined a light on or reinvigorated the fans of Dungeons and Dragons in a long time. I can't think of any one product or movie or TV show or anything at all really that really showed off what Dungeons and Dragons could be in more than just a nutshell for all the normies out there, people who've never played it or even heard of it. They can now watch it and get a really good idea of what it's all about, especially with things like Eddie, and then eventually Mike, putting the story to bed and ending the campaign, only to watch the next generation of players crop up, which is exactly what I hope we will see. And especially all of us old schoolers, with or without kids, I think this year I'm going to really try, especially with my son's new campaign that he's starting Sunday, using all my miniatures, all my dice, all my books, and of all the game books he could want to use, he chose AD&D. So that's awesome. And just for those of you out there, Stranger Things was all AD&D, with Vecna, with the Mind Flayer, with even Strahd at the end. I was like, Yeah, that's where it all came from. Everything else is, as far as I'm concerned, is a cheap Chinese knockoff with the serial numbers filed off. That was the height for me. I've looked at everything, and I don't want to go into it, but it was really nice to see it end the way it did, and really, you know, give more than just a tip of the hat to AD&D. But I think with my son's campaign and my ability to talk to people, and maybe even going on the road next year, if that is in fact going to be a thing, I'll be able to reach a lot more people and bring them into the hobby, regardless of what edition or game they play. It's to me and my friends, it was always like Coke. We may be drinking Pepsi, but we're asking for a Coke. It's always going to be D&D. It's like Billy Joel said a long time ago. It's still rock and roll to me, and I think that's where 2026 is going to really shine. Is if we try to pass this on to the next generation, so they can pass it on to the next generation as well, and keep this wonderful, amazing, silly, goofy ass hobby that we all share. And with that, I want to say goodnight. Wish you all a Happy New Year. Even though I'm going to come back in just a minute and just do a Happy New Year video, because it's still the 31st here in Shadowland. So I love you guys. Happy New Year. I will see you guys real soon. And as always, happy trails.